0 to 60 can define a performance car, but it's the fastest 60 to 0 that's the aim of Tarok's brakes. From road cars to race cars, circuits, special stages, or the autostrada, nothing reduces speed like Tarok's brakes. Italy gave the world the art of Da Vinci and Michelangelo. Tarok's has given drivers the art of stopping. For more information and to acquire your own masterpiece, visit tarox.co.uk.
Yes, it's me, Mike Stone, and this is the Backseat Driver Podcast.
Right, today's guest, I shall explain why today's guest is on the Backseat Driver radio show. A few weeks ago I was driving through the little town where I live, Padiham, and parked at the side of the road was a stunning bright orange Mini. A proper Mini, not one of these BMW Stodgemobiles. And I just had to stop and get some photographs of it. Due to the absolute magic of modern social media, I put the pictures up and said, does anybody know who this is? I was inundated and overwhelmed with the response. The car is known as Orange Box, and its owner and driver is, I discovered later on, a very well-known rally driver called Steve Entwistle. Steve, welcome to the Backseat Driver radio show.
Thank you.
Before we go any further, why is Orange Box called Orange Box? And how old is it? Because it looks like it's been around for a fairish length of time.
Yeah, its original age is 1960.
Right, so it's actually one of the first Minis.
It is, yeah. So we're 60 years old this year.
Yeah. So am I. It's worn better than I have.
and obviously the bright orange colour of it is quite unusual for an age of vehicle. And it was just nicknamed the Orange Box, which ironically enough, the first Mini prototype was nicknamed Orange Box.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But it had all sorts of different sort of monikers sort of thing. The guy who rallied it, Roy Mapple, also some people called it the Mapple Cart.
Yeah.
It was never the prettiest of thing, but it was certainly distinctive.
Because one thing that is unusual about it, it's got a van front end on it, hasn't it?
Yes, it started life in one of the very first minivans 60 years ago, which... it was a minivan which used the usual sort of van style thing to deliveries, etc. Damaged and then cut and shut, I think is the correct term.
Yes.
Made into a saloon with two halves
But
together.
back then nobody bothered about it, did they?
No, it was quite normal sort of thing, and it was obviously done to a good standard. It's lasted all this time.
Yeah. So I mean, what is this car's story? Because I mean, it is a famous rally car. I mean, you're a well-known rally driver who now rallies it. But I mean, what has it done? Because you were saying earlier on before we started on air, it's been, what did somebody say? It's fallen off a Welsh mountain. It's done a few things, hasn't it?
It has, yes. It's a very well-known car, even with sort of like the people quite high up in the motoring press, currently and in the past.
Yeah.
It was originally put together as basically a competition car because the guy who had it couldn't afford anything else. And he set off as a novice, as we all do in motorsport, and gradually got more competent and more competent. Eventually, this guy had this car.
You mean when you pop out of a stage, you think, I'm getting better, I haven't hit anything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was sort of finishing at the top, in the top three on national events back in the day, and I mean, going back then, you were sort of up to 200 cars on an event.
Rallying was quite serious back then, because like you got the motoring news, you had the road rallies. There was a lot more rallying, what you call proper grassroots rallying, than there is today.
Absolutely. I mean, the car did motoring news events, but also was used for other stuff. It was used for what they call driving tests, which we call auto tests now.
Yeah.
And basically, whatever the car club was organising, it might be used 4 or 5 times a week, and also for going to and from work. Because that's the other thing now. Cars back then were a multi-purpose thing. You went to work, you rallied it Saturday night, you raced it on a Sunday, and you went to work on a Monday.
But the cars then, because I've often said back then, a rally car, you drove out of the showroom, you put some spotlights on it, some stopwatches on its dashboard, you took its hubcaps off, instant rally car.
Yeah, away you went, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what it did, and it became a very well-known car, sort of thing. And obviously in later time, I've used it, sort of thing, and it's sort of got a new following. It's got a bit of a cult following of the car, really.
And the interesting thing was, when you found it, it was languishing in the garage, wasn't it? It wasn't owned by somebody who knew what it was.
No, I mean, it was completely off chance. I went to purchase something else, saw the sad remains of it, and I knew what it was from. I mean, that was the guy who owned it before. A guy, a chap called Roy Mapple, God rest his soul.
And the other thing is, since the guy who had it didn't know what it was, you haven't got to let on what it is, have you?
That's always the tricky thing. You could see I was keen by the fact that I wanted to take it that day.
Yeah.
Before someone else spotted it, and then I sort of got it home, and then didn't know what to do with it. Had to store it for a while, and then eventually put the car back together before.
Did the wife notice that another car had appeared?
Yeah, she was fully on board. I showed her what it was, so she was. Yeah, she knew what it was about. It was a case of get back and get
Tesco's
back
don't sell those, by the way. So you might
go out for a bottle of milk, come back with a mini.
Yeah. So I mean, how much restoration did it need?
Initially, we didn't do a massive amount to it, to be honest with you. And a good friend of mine from in the Bolton Sands area helped me, and we got it back together so it was basically a usable rally car.
Yeah.
Not very pretty, which it never was back in its day, and we used it for 5 years, by which time it was probably in worse condition than when I bought it. Hence, it's had another restoration now, sort of thing.
Because, I mean, when I look round it, I mean, it's not on fancy little mini light wheels or anything. It's on, like, cream-painted steel rims. The interior, what I love about the interior is the map box in the back.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, what was the standing thing? Is that an addition of yours, or is that what it actually had?
It's that's an addition of mine. It is a genuine. I've actually bought that, believe it or not, off a lady down in the Midlands whose father used to compete. He was a Works Morgan driver.
All right.
A chap called Peter Asprey.
Yeah. That name rings a bell. I shall look him up after.
Well, the map box came complete with all the maps from the Works Morgan from the 1961 RAC International Rally.
Oh, so you got the maps as well? Because I noticed it's full of very authentic Ordnance Survey maps.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I think I gave £30 for it. And I thought that's going to look ideal in there because, as you say, it's back to steel wheels and it's not a modern Mini, if you know what I mean. It's got all the stuff on it, which is period.
Yeah.
Which is what I put back.
Yeah.
To be honest with
you.
So
what's under its bonnet?
It's like the rest of the car. It's a bit of a mongrel engine. It's based on the original 997cc Mini Cooper engine.
Yeah. With
some different pistons, etc. Have you. So it is a small engine by modern car standards.
Yeah.
It does go very well because it weighs half of nothing.
Yeah.
Most modern cars look like they need to go on a bit of a day, but this thing's got plastic windows, it's got light, and it doesn't weigh a great deal.
Yeah. So I notice it's also got quite original seats in it as well.
It has, yes.
Yeah. Are these original seats, or did you have to source some original seats?
They're the same type was used originally. The original ones were too far gone, and these were manufactured by a guy called John Sprinzel, was very well known back then.
I was going to say that was a very famous name.
He was involved with all sorts.
Because just putting in, if you can find an old copy of Multisport or something like that, and thumb through the classifieds or whatever, you'll see Sprinzel's adverts, won't you?
Yeah, it's exactly it's adverts. So it'd be racing at Sebring in a little frog out here or whatever. Yeah. But they were basically a new old stock pair of seats I found.
Yeah.
From the age of the car, 64, 65, sort of thing. So I put them in because they're quite a nice thing. I thought, why not?
Yeah. Because the one thing you don't get in cars that age, you don't get the fancy big high-backed Recaro styles with a headrest and all the rest of it, do you? You had a seat and you hope you stopped on it.
Exactly, yes. You sort of hold the steering and it'll hang on.
That's why Mini's had such huge steering wheels in them. So, I mean, what have you done with that car since you got it? Because, I mean, it's like you said, it's a rally car, and you treat it like a rally car.
Yeah, we did. When it originally went together, we did several events with it. We did a couple of championships, ANWCC, Association Northwestern Car Clubs.
Yeah.
And we won that twice, which I was quite pleased because I won it previously 20 odd years ago as a navigator.
All right.
So I won the championship twice as a navigator.
In both seats?
Yeah. Which probably makes me, I'm told, quite a patient driver because I could see things from that side of the car.
I have tried navigating, it doesn't work. Regrettably, I look out of the windscreen. I can't make myself look at maps.
Well, I give up on it because I was very sick on one event. And then I sort of packed in from there on. And
Yeah.
I was a frustrated driver anyway.
Yeah.
Because I used to sit next to some people and think, I can do better than this. So yeah, we went off, and I think I worked out that when I took it off the road again at the end of 2015, I'd done 63 events with it. It was generally self-prepared, or with my friends at Minisports at Padiham helping. And we'd had 2 retirements out of 63 events.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm quite proud of that.
That's not bad. That's not being funny. That's not by going. That's the sort of track record modern works teams would envy, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. I imagine that the Haas Formula 1 team would love to have a reliability record like that.
So that car, in many ways, were you rallying before Orange Box appeared?
Yeah. I've rallied all sorts actually over the years, from my own sort of everyday road car to other minis, etc. I think I did a tally. I think about 25 cars I've rallied in total. But since I've rallied Orange Box, and then I've rallied another mini.
Because I mean, that's the other thing. Your success in historic rallying has also been achieved in a serious piece of machinery. You're one of the very, very few that is allowed to rally Paddy Hopkirk's own Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big honour sort of thing, and it's been a protracted way that I got to that position sort of thing, but it all fell into place, and I've a lot to thank Paddy himself. And
don't mind me asking, how does this come about? How does Paddy Hopkirk suddenly say to Steve Entwistle, by the way, there's keys to me Mini Cooper?
Well, originally what it was is Paddy has a replica of his original Monte Carlo winning car.
Yeah.
And there was an event in Ireland, Circuit Deja Vu, which basically is a celebration of the Circuit of Ireland International Rally.
Yeah. One, might I say, I shall be boastful here, by my friend Rosie Smith, who has also been a guest on the show.
Yes.
Driving a Hillman Imp.
Yes, in fact, well, she was at this big they were all there sort of thing,
yeah.
You know.
Did you catch it before she got onto her 4th bottle of wine?
Well,
sorry, Rosie, but everybody knows you quite like a drop of the old red vino.
Well, one of the things I remember was Paddy Hopkirk and Billy Coleman trying to outdo the Irishman jokes with me. But I mean, the sum total was it was a case of Minisport at Paddy look after Paddy's cars for him.
Oh, you do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
now that is something I didn't know.
Yeah, they look after his cars for him. They sort of tend to be on site a lot of the time. They do the major side of things. Paddy's a very good family friend of the Harper family.
Yeah.
So
I've met him a few times. To say what he's done, what a down-to-earth bloke he is.
Absolutely. I mean, they always say, never meet your heroes because you'll be disappointed. It's not the case with that man. He's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. But rally drivers are more down-to-earth, aren't they?
They are, yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot of racing drivers, but they tend to find that, yeah, they're a friendlier bunch, I think, a lot of the rally side of things.
Yeah. Well, it's hard work being a snob when you parked up a tree in the woods, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah, because you're normally relying on a lot of people to help you push your car
back out again, yeah.
So if you're a bit of a funny so-and-so, they don't want to help you.
No.
But yes, I mean, they needed to get Paddy's car there, so I was entrusted. Me and my wife went, actually, when we went to Killarney and delivered Paddy's car there, and he was doing the evening and then a road run around Mosgap, etc. with Terry Harriman, who was his co-driver back in the day in the Works Mini. And I was backwards and forwards, and Terry Harriman's a lovely bloke.
Yeah.
And by the end of the weekend, Paddy said, I don't know what I'd done without you this weekend, looking after cars, sorting stuff out, etc., etc. Off the back of that, what was the Hero Events Rally of the Tests got RAC sponsorship.
Right.
So
the Hero, by the way, is the Historic Endurance Rally Organisation, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah.
Because back then, rallies were rallies. They're not these 5-minute Sony PlayStation gigs now, are they? I mean, they were serious rallies.
Yeah, I mean, and Hero run these events which are for historic vehicles, which tend to be endurance and several days in length sort of thing.
Yeah.
Far more endurance side aspect than modern motorsports.
Well, it's as much endurance for the crew as it is for the car, isn't it? Because there's very, very little time off, as it used to be back in the day.
It is, yeah, and you don't have organised assistance, so it's very much the crew and the car. So it's very good because you've got to work together well, and also you've got to have mechanical sympathy to keep the car going. It's not a case of driving the thing flat out, pull into a service area, and then rebuild the car for you to go out and play again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with this RAC decided we were going to back the event, Rally the Test.
Yeah.
And the conversation came about was, Paddy decided, I want to use my car, which is a Pirelli Classic Marathon car, winning car from 1990. And it's gone on from there. So we've done 4 RACs with that car now.
I mean, what spec is that car? Because, not being funny, it's a bit it's a bit peppier than Orange Box, isn't it?
It is. It is, to all intents and purposes, a factory-built rally car. It was built. They originally used an original X-Works car, I think, on a 1989 event, and it which was televised. And I think from memory, I think it was shown on a Sunday night, and I think it had the largest viewing audience for any program on that evening.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the car broke down on the last day, I think it was. So Alec Poole, a well-known racing driver and friend of Paddy, said we can build a better one. Yeah. So we got over then, not that long disbanded Austin Rover Motorsport mechanics who were ex-Abingdon Works Mini, so the Works TR people.
So they knew what they were doing with it.
Yeah, it's basically, to all intents and purposes, a brand new, back in 1990, brand new Works Mini.
Yeah. Off period.
Yeah. So it's got all the bells and whistles. It's a fantastic thing to drive when it's being driven as it should do.
Yeah.
Driving round on the road, it's hell.
I was going to say, it's last year I was chatting to a guy, different make and model of car, who has an ex-McRae Chevette, the full-blown rally Chevette.
All right, yeah.
And he said on a stage, it's staggering. He said to drive it to this classic car show today, he said it is hell on wheels to drive. It just does not like normal motoring.
No, it don't like normal traffic. It doesn't like, and it's the noise more than anything.
Yeah.
Transmission noise on the.
Well, that's the one thing about a Mini Cooper. It's straight cut gearbox. Yeah. Listen to the whine out of it, especially when it's coming down its box.
Exactly. Yeah. Which you've got the straight cut gears. You've got the big carburetors on it. It's got a limited slip diff in it, which gets your attention. Yeah, it's a 100% commitment driving experience. I'm sure. Very fulfilling when it's working properly.
Yeah. Just out of interest, are they I know they're a straight cut box. Are they a crash box? Or do
no?
They do have synchros.
They do have synchros. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a fantastic car. Is that? It really is. And it's been. I mean, impeccable preparation by Minisport, as usual.
Are you listening, Daniel Harper? I've invited you on my show more than once. I think with all the free plugs you're getting on this, you should be sat here.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're looked after, and obviously, I mean, they've done everything rallying-wise with Mini anyway.
Well, we're going to say, if Minisport hasn't done it, it's not there to be done, is it?
No, and we did the 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019 events, finished all 4.
Yeah.
Won a class every time, and then they changed the results. Were so a younger car, because it's classed as a young car compared to some other cars. Yeah.
All right. I mean, like Hero, you see like vintage cars, you see 30s cars taking part.
You do. Yeah. I mean, up until 2017, only a Priest 63 car could win the event outright.
Right.
So in 2016, 2017, we won a class first overall. I think we won it by 9 minutes the first year.
That is a serious amount, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. And then 2018, we were leading until the Saturday. The event started on the Thursday. We were leading until the Saturday. And then basically the terrain didn't suit the car and the tyres, because, again, unlike modern motorsport, you set off on one set of tyres and that's it.
Yeah.
It's, you look for a compromise as opposed to an ideal.
Yeah.
And we struggled. We're on Glastonbury, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never been to Glastonbury before for concerts or rallying.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise it was so many hills and gradients.
Yeah.
And it was particularly muddy. We just hemorrhaged time.
Yeah.
So we went from first to third. I was absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
At the time. But when we got to the finish, third overall podium, all right. And then last year we went back and took a guy called Mark Appleton with me, who won it multiple times.
Yeah.
And we led from... No one's ever led... The leader on a Thursday night has never won the event, where we led from Thursday to Sunday.
And won. Well done. That's in a car like that. I mean, that's the one thing, even in historic rallies, etc. The proper Mini, shines, doesn't it? They are just phenomenal cars.
It does, yeah. I mean, it does everything you want it to.
Yeah.
And people love it as well. Everyone likes a Mini.
Well, not be funny, it's like what I call at times Mark 1 Escort syndrome. Everybody loves to see a full-blown twin-cam Ford Escort giving it maximum attack, don't they?
Yeah.
Same with a Mini.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's distinctive. Red, white roof, winding gears.
Yeah.
White, it's people love it.
Yeah. But it's like you mentioned, Rally of the Tests. I mean, that's something a lot of people don't know. They see modern rallies and the stages. Back then, certain of the rallying was at a venue, and it was like auto testing in a way, wasn't it? You got there, and then you had something to do while you were there. Something what you might call, a friend of mine used to use the term, nadgery.
Yeah, I mean, unlike a lot of events these days, a modern motorsport event, where it's a case of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Drive as fast as you can, stop, service the car, do it again.
Yeah.
It's a multidiscipline sport. So you've got the most important thing is your navigator.
Yeah.
Because you can be the best driver in the world and best car in the world. The only thing you'll be doing is going the wrong way faster than anyone else. So if you're slow, at least you're going the wrong direction slower.
Yeah.
So you need a good navigator who's basically the in-car manager. So he sorts everything, like Marty did. He'll work out when you're going to need to get fuel, when you need to just get a bit ahead of schedule, drop back a bit on schedule.
Yeah.
All configurations and stuff. He literally is a manager in the car sort of thing. So on one event, you've got multiple disciplines. So you've got road sections, just normal link sections.
Which you drive at normal speeds, don't you?
Normal speeds, and then you have competitive sections on the road. By that, I mean the class is called regularity.
Yeah.
So it's set at any speed between maybe 20 to 30 miles an hour, which is the ceiling limit.
Yeah.
And it's the pace of it is quite steady, but the route is very intricate, and the route instructions that the navigator may have may be quite intricate. At times, they may take you off a public road onto private land.
Yeah.
That's when it gets interesting for the driver, because all of a sudden, this schedule is far, far tighter.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you put your foot down on the private bits, don't you?
Exactly, yeah. And then there's other sections which are completely on private land, like Bramham Park near Leeds, which we were in there for 30 minutes. We went to a place called Swinnerton, which is an MOD facility in the Midlands. To give you an idea, in there we were in there for 30 minutes, but we had 32 time controls,
Stroll on.
68 junctions, and 5 passage checks.
Yeah.
All time at 30. So it's basically.
So we're going to say the organisers know how long it should take you, don't they?
Yes.
And you've got to arrive. I mean, the guys like you, the top guys, arrive on the second, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's so competitive at the top end. It is everything's timed to a second. So you're arriving on spot, and it's timed to when the wheels stop rotating. It comes to a dead stop. You're relying a bit on the marshal being quick, but it is very much. People sort of tend to roll into controls where, if you get experience with it, you're riding there, you won't stop with your slam on, with wheels locked, it's stopped.
Yeah.
You need to be very positive with everything. So that's that. We have that style of competition on the event, and the other one is again a sort of pure thing, which might be something like Prescott Hill Climb, or a race circuit or something, which is a pure speed test sort of thing. So it is a multidiscipline thing. So you need a strong, reliable car. Reliability is more important than speed, I think. Handling reliability.
So we're going to say that's where the Mini comes into its own because of its handling. Because on some of these little tests, it's a bit like the famous handbrake turns. You'll be given like a right-hand turn or a left-hand turn, but you can't just sweep it round. You've got to stick it in, yank its handbrake on, and more or less turn it. The car through 90 degrees quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of manoeuvrability Mini. Some of these sort of were maybe in the woods at night, etc. And you're turning the car through its own length, basically. And that's where you could get time. A bigger car where you might have to shuffle around some time, urban corner. You sort of arrive with a Mini, dropping into first gear, tweak the handbrake, and make sure you're driving away. Basically, not come to a full stop. Basically. And all that is saving time. A little bit of a hesitation somewhere is a second here, a second there, which then the navigator then has to compensate for in his timings.
Get you to speed up a little bit or slow down a little bit.
So the ideal thing from the navigator side of the point, which Mark says, he should say, yeah, drive, we need to be there at such a time, this, that and other. He can do some work and come back to you, and you're within 2 seconds of where you should be.
So you're actually, at times you'll be waiting for your navigator to tell you to slow down, won't you?
Yeah, exactly.
which for motorsport, excuse me, for motorsport people who aren't sure, will sound strange. Slow down.
Yes, because you can be penalised. Obviously, there's penalties for being late because you're not. There's also early penalties, which are definitely applied on the public road sections because obviously
you've exceeded the speed limit.
Yeah, and obviously you can't be breaking any laws.
Yeah.
Driving on the road. So yeah, it is quite involved, more involved than the modern special stage stuff which I've also done. It's far more involving, that's for sure, and satisfying.
I was going to say, which do you find? I mean, you could virtually turn around and say that historic rallying or rallying in things like Mini Coopers, compare it to the modern rally car, which basically bears, apart from the shape of it or the profile of it, bears nothing in common with its showroom counterpart. I mean, which do you prefer and why? Or do you enjoy them both for different reasons?
I enjoy them both, but I think I'm an old car person. I prefer older cars.
Yeah.
And I like the old style, the multidiscipline sort of thing, rather than the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sprint 9 to 5 rallying, which...
Because, I mean, they don't do night times now, do they?
No, which is amazing. I mean, you look at the technology with lighting these days and headlights and all this sort of thing, and it's sort of like, it's 5 o'clock, right, it's time to go to bed now, we'll get up tomorrow morning and go rallying. It's tea time. Whereas, for instance, so that rally with test, we might leave at sort of 6 a.m. in the morning, we might get to the overnight halt at 11 o'clock at night, and we've been on the go.
And I'm going to say, you're going solidly, aren't you? You might get a chance for a brew and a sandwich, provided somebody shoves one through the window for you.
Exactly. And there is an endurance aspect by it. There's a good social side to it.
Yeah. When you're not all asleep.
When you're not all asleep. And there's a lot of winding each other up, just sort of thing. Drop 2 seconds here, gain 2 seconds there, sort of thing. But it's all good, clean fun, really.
Yeah. When you're out in a Mini, what do you regard, irrespective of the driver or the crew, which other cars do you consider the main competition to a Mini?
Porsche 911s, which have been Porsche 911s and Martin Escorts, who've been the thorn in my side using orange box. But I was quite pleased. I won the National Road Rally Historic Championship in Orange Box in 2015. And we were just pipped by 1 point.
Yeah.
And I had Mark Appleton with me on the last, and it was a chap who we won the RSC with last year. We won by 1 point, and I beat a chap called Howard Warren with his 911. Very nice car. Same orange, same colour as the Mini, funnily enough.
I'm going to say back then, orange, competition 911s were in orange, weren't they?
They were, yeah. And we went to the awards presentation, which was the following February, and he said to me, you should have a go on the 911, see how we go on.
Yeah.
I just thought it was sort of high spirits talking.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 or 4 months later, he rang up. He dropped the car off at work and left the car with me for 3 months. And we went to do an event.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do. And I took it. He's a regular navigator with me, and we went to Yorkshire and did an event. And that was a wake-up call because the first.
So I mean, just putting in. I mean, that you couldn't find a car more, what you might call the opposite of a Mini. I mean, 911, the engine's hanging out over the rear axle. It's like the B. The B shouldn't be able to fly. 911 shouldn't handle like they do.
No.
Rear-engined, rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, and it's quite a strange thing. I mean, I think the car, I think, was the second right-hand drive 911 in the UK originally. But it's what they call a short wheelbase one, so it's even twitchier than normal.
Up to 68, they were the short ones. They were, shall I say, I've driven some of these. They were the man's 911, weren't they?
They were. I mean, it's quite scary. I mean, they tend to wander around on the front end over crests, etc.
Yeah.
But we went to a first test and we pulled up. And it was on gravel through some woods. Yeah. And I thought, baptism of fire this.
Yeah. And don't bend it.
Yeah. We had many spins and it was trying to reprogram the head because you arrive at a corner on gravel in the Mini. You sort of, if you're approaching the right hand corner, you throw it to the left, chuck it into the corner.
Yeah.
And drive out on throttle and steering.
Yeah.
We arrive with a Porsche. You lift off, touch the brakes, and the weight, it's like being someone shoving you in the queue in the shops. It just sort of shoves you forward. And we had...
Yeah, because if you remind that engine that you're going to turn a corner here, you're not going straight on.
And you sort of got to reprogram the way you do it. I mean, I love the traction compared to the Mini scrabbling for traction after corners. And 911 just sits down and goes. But
And the other thing, just putting in the noise of a
flat
proper 911 air-cooled flat 6, competition exhausts on it.
Yeah.
Glorious noise out the back of it.
well, it made a fantastic noise. I mean, we went to noise test, and it failed noise test at 1500 RPM, which would be 4000 RPM.
Yeah.
But it's passed it. It's got through on every event before now. But
It's just the scrutineer saying, just listen to that.
but we had a good day. I mean, I think we were third overall, won a class, which was the first time out, which I was pleased with that.
Yeah.
Coming from a Mini front wheel drive, because that's what I'm comfortable with, front wheel drive. So I felt that if I had more time in the car, I could really get to grips with it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't afford the bills.
I was going to say that is one of the problems with the 911s. I mean, a full-blown rally Mini, a proper one, they're serious money to buy and probably quite expensive to maintain, but they'll look quite cheap compared to a 911, won't they?
They will, yeah. They're definitely on the economy scale compared to a 911.
And it's ironic, really, because you happen to work for Porsche, don't you?
I do, yes. Yeah, it's ironic. And at the time I borrowed the 9 and I didn't. So whether there's some connection there, I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've had lockdown and everything else, and I will not refer to it by what it's called. I call it the plague. I mean, have you been able to do much this year?
Motorsport-wise, there's been several events that's been run which have filled up with entries very quickly.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, whatever the circumstances, be it I was a bit poorly, quite poorly actually, beginning of last year.
Yeah.
This year, should I say. And it's just sort of clash between work and stuff, so I've not really done much anything this year.
Yeah.
Which is quite frustrating, really.
Have you not been tempted to go out one night and just enjoy yourself?
I've been out a few. I've been out a few runs. Obviously, sort of steady away. I managed to do a tour, for want of a better word, back in March, which was run by Noldale Car Club.
Oh yeah.
The Mini Midway tour, which was quite nice because I did it in Orange Box, but I did it with a chap called Jeff Smith.
Yeah.
Who from Blackburn. Now he originally navigated in Orange Box back in the early 60s. So he actually done the Mini Midway. So
all right.
He was sat in Orange Box with myself, and he's a lovely chap.
Bringing back memories.
Bringing back memories. He's there on that 2020 Mini Midway, Noldale, and he has the paperwork there for the 1964 Mini Midway, which he did in the same car.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic, really.
Yeah. Did he enjoy it being back in the car?
He did, yeah. I mean, we've done a few things together. I mean, we did an event back in 2002. In fact, I think you might have been out doing some photography. The Harry and Ivy rally, run by Kirby Lonsdale.
Yeah, that rings a bell. That does ring a bell.
We went in my Blue Cooper, which I had at the time, Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
And Jeff turned up and came with me. And he was very unwell at the time. Didn't think he'd be doing another event. But he's turned up in his Thomas Motors overalls from back in the 1970s, Thomas Motors Ford Blackpool. And we were signing on, and he checked the watches, the Marshall watches, set his watch, rolled his sleeve up, set his second watch, which got raised eyebrows, and then he rolled the sleeve up on his other arm and started setting the time on those watches as well.
You looked at him and said, "Are you selling them? Hey, you're not going to open your raincoat, and there'll be a load of things in ladies' stockings as well, is there?"
And at the time, it was an amazing thing for me because I sat in the car with Jeff, and it all came back to me. So it had been a few years. He'd been away for a few years from competing, and it was fantastic. And he can read an Ordnance Survey map. Yeah, he can read that corner by corner every 50, 100 yards. He can describe the road to you. I mean, I don't know how he can do that off an Ordnance Survey map.
Nor do I.
But he can. And he'll tell you off if you're not driving properly.
All right.
Or if you're going slow. If he says it's flat, it's flat. You'll get a pencil in your leg. Do
you understand the term flat?
But I came back from that event and I was completely in awe with him. And from that point on, I thought, I need the best person sat next to me. Because when you have the best person sat next to you, you can concentrate on your job. Well,
if you know what the guy's telling you is right,
you're so much more confident.
You're happy because you know it's like you said. If somebody says it's flat for the next quarter mile, and you're heading into a right-hand hairpin bend, you know it's flat for the next quarter mile, and you will then be going into a tight right-hand hairpin bend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean people like Jeff and the guys I've had on the HRCR on the rally test. If I was driving down a road, it was a hedge down my side, and he says turn left, I'll turn left.
Yeah.
whether I can see it or not, it will be there.
A gap will be appearing.
A gap will appear. Blind faith, I know, but it's, you know, that's how it is.
Yeah. I mean, you often wonder whether it's the same in the modern car. I mean, I'm not decrying the modern car driver, but it's all different, isn't it?
Yes, it is completely different. I mean, the guy who navigated for me in the 911 worked for Ford M Sport.
Yeah.
He was the operations director, and he's a fantastic navigator. And he was saying that the modern car driver, it's fantastic because we're all on these pace notes, on special stages, etc.
Yeah.
He said, but they need guiding out of the car park at the start. He couldn't find a way out of it. I mean, there are certain drivers on there. I mean, we have a navigator, co-driver from around this part that competes at world level.
Yeah.
But he's a good
navigator.
Mr.
Barrett, would it?
It certainly is Mr. Barrett, yes, or young Dan, as I still refer
young
to him.
Darren, yeah.
Yeah. But again, he's a navigator. He's been brought up. His dad taught him to navigate,
Yeah.
etc. But there's very few, I imagine, like Dan who navigate properly.
Yeah.
They're all sort of.
It is a dark art, is it not?
It is, yes. It is. It's a dying art in a lot of ways as well, unfortunately. But
Yeah. As I said, I have had a go, but the problem is I get my driver lost, or I got my driver lost, because being somebody who spends his time behind the steering wheel, I had a habit of looking out the windscreen and not paying any attention. The other thing is, at speed and as you're bouncing around, I just couldn't do with staring down at a map. It's an unusual person who can do those speeds and not look where they're going.
It's very much, a very strange thing. I mean, obviously, you've got your head down. Most of them have sensed the movement of a car through your bum, basically, sat in the seat.
Yeah.
And they'll tell what surface is, but they'll even know if you turn left, turn right, whatever,
They can sense if the car's turned left where they said it would turn left.
Yeah. It's like anything. A really good navigator stroke co-driver is it's a wondrous thing for a driver.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you and talking to somebody who drives proper cars. And as I said, it was a pleasure to unexpectedly see Orange Box. It was just fantastic seeing it parked at the side of the road in the town centre. And it's like you said, when I walked past it and took some photographs of it, you said earlier on, I was about the sixth to just walk past it and take photographs. Just love looking at it and photographing it.
Yeah, it certainly stands out, and it's got bags of character.
Oh, it does. I mean, if you see Orange Box, don't expect to see some gleaming showroom standard just out of a museum rally car. This looks like it does, because it still does do. And it's an absolute delight to see. It's fantastic to see that. It's also nice to be chatting to somebody who not only owns that car and drives Paddy's rally cars, but somebody who uses them, because that's the one thing now. Lots of these cars, they just never use. It's a crying shame for them.
It is. I mean, that's what they are. They were built to be used, and values have gone up on a lot of things, which is a shame, really, because stuff isn't being used. And I mean, for me myself, the enjoyment is building the car, but also driving it. I get equal enjoyment out of both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Steve Entwistle, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for joining me on the Backseat Driver Radio Show.
Thank you very much.
Rarely beaten on price, never beaten on service. Whether it's cars, bikes or commercials, Hodder Tyres are the best in the business. And when it comes to tyre expertise and advice to supplying the correct tyres for your vehicle's specific requirements, nobody comes close to David Lakin and the Hodder Tyres team. So give them a call on 01200 613 192 or visit the website at hoddertyres.co.uk.